Hello, everyone. It's Declan here from Central YMCA. Happy Monday, and I hope you're all doing really well and coping under the circumstances. Today's session is going to just be a stretching and mobility session. So I'm on the floor, as you can see, or I've shrunk a lot in the last few weeks now. I'm on the floor. So basically, all you really need is some space around you, obviously, and also something that is you can move in. So just a comfortable pair of pants and a comfortable t-shirt, so you can kind of move the body in the various planes of movement that I'm going to be showing. Um, I would also suggest having a book, a fairly thick book, because we're going to use it later on just to sit on to help with some spine elevation. And if you have any knee issues or wrist issues, maybe just an extra towel so you can kind of use that to kneel on or to put your hands on if it helps you at all. So just have a couple of those props at hand. And then there's always just a bottle of water here in case you need to have a break. It's going to be about 20 minutes. And these stretches are really just to hopefully help to reduce any stiffness or tightness that you might be feeling perhaps from not being able to do as much physical activity as you normally do. It's important to remember that when you do stretching, try and do it when the body is reasonably warm. So if you can, maybe after you've done some housework, some gardening, or if you've been able to go out for a walk, and just do it when the muscles have kind of been moving and the joints have been moving. So the first one is going to be what we call the cat-cow stretch, and this is a really good one to do if you suffer from lower back issues or just spinal stiffness. So to do this, you need to be on all fours, and I'm going to talk you through it. I'll be looking into the camera inadvertently every now and again, so just bear with me, and then I'll be quiet as I do it so you can see the movement. Okay. Coming on to just change the angle here a little bit so you can see me. It's much better. Perfect. Okay, so I'm now in a box position and my hands are more or less in line with my shoulders and my knees are in line with my hips. So that is different for everyone, but kind of where your neutral spine is, so where you feel reasonably comfortable. So from here, we're going to go into cow stretch, which is just simply sticking the bottom out, letting the lower back sink and looking forward. This is your start position. Now from here, relax the shoulders, draw the abdominals in very slightly, focus on your breath for a few seconds here, so aiming to breathe in and out through the nose. Now from this position, you're going to inhale, and then you're going to exhale. You're going to tuck your hips under, and you're going to round through your spine, bone by bone by bone by bone. Gently push into the arms, drop the head and neck. Inhale, stay. Exhale, and slowly release. Back to your start position. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale and round. So as you can see, I'm arching up like an angry cat ready to pounce. Breathe in to stay. Exhale and release. Let's do that one more time. Soften your shoulders, soften your forehead, soften the jaw. Breathe in. Exhale, hips tuck under and you round. You arch up, you gently push into the arms, you look towards the navel, you breathe in to stay, and then you exhale, slowly release. Now from here, we can just do a little bit of hip mobility. So you can literally just kind of move through the body. So a couple of times clockwise, just gently rounding the spine, and then change direction a couple of times in the opposite direction. Just feel any tightness hopefully disappearing and just loosening up through the whole body. Now from here, widen the legs. We're going to go into what we call the shell stretch now to open up the glutes, the buttocks, and the hips and the shoulders. So option one, let your hips slowly and carefully sink. It doesn't matter if they don't quite hit the heels. Option one, just come onto the forearms. This might be enough for you, and that's fine. Try and just relax your head. Option two, extend the arms forward, shoulder width apart, wider, and just drop your head. Lengthen the arms away, breathe into it. And then slowly come back up. And again, rock the hips forward and back. It feels good, side to side. Do some clockwise movements here, almost like a snake. Just gently rounding forward. And then again, breathe in and exhale. Let's go again. Stretching the arms out or forearms down. A couple of deep breaths in and out. Relax the forehead. And then from here, slowly come back up. Fantastic. Rolling to the side and just gently sitting up. Okay, now this is where you might want to use a prop. So using a book. Now I tend to sit on a book because it helps me to elevate through my lumbar spine. Because my hamstrings are tight, I find I tend to round when I sort of need to be upright. So it's optional. You don't have to use it, but we're going to do the inner thigh stretch. So I'm going to sit on the book. And from here, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and we're just going to let the knees flop out. So take a few seconds to get your setup right. There's never a rush with this. So option one, this is the more advanced session or stretch for this. You're just going to soles of the feet together, hold on to the shins or just above the ankle, elbows lean down, you lift up, and then you gently reach forward. So you feel a stretch along the inner thigh area here. Now, you would hold these stretches probably for about 30 seconds to a minute, really, depending on how much time you had or how far you wanted to go. If this is uncomfortable on hips for any reason or knees, modification on the thigh stretch is to extend the legs out like this. Keeping the chest up, lengthen up, you breathe in, and then you just gently let yourself exhale forward. You can hold onto your shins, your knees. And again, you can just kind of rock side to side here a little bit just to loosen up. You will still feel the inner thighs opening up. So that is your modification for inner thigh stretch. And then gently release. So whilst we're on here, we're going to do a little bit of a spine twist seated. We'll be doing some of these lying down as well. So you can sit cross-legged if your hips and your knees allow. If this is impossible and a no-no for you, you can also just have the knees bent like this. So it's really up to you. But again, you need to feel the length from the tailbone. So you're not sitting here at the start, you're lengthening up through the chest, and you've got a little bit of contraction through the abdominal area. So we're going to take right hand behind us. We're going to lift the left arm up. We're going to cross it over the right side of the right leg. We're going to look over the shoulder, keeping nice and tall and just breathing into it. This is just a bit of spinal rotation now for the body. You're going to release the arm forward. You're going to lift the opposite arm up and you're going to cross it over. You're going to take the other arm behind you. You're going to lift first and then you're going to inhale. You're going to exhale and you're going to look over that shoulder, keeping nice and tall and breathing into it. This is just allowing the spine to move in a different direction. And we're going to release. Shoulder roll out, loosen up neck, shake out hands, move the wrists. So whatever feels good for you. So a couple of seated stretches now that we've done, and I'm going to add in one now for the hamstring. So I'm going to demonstrate this one from the side so you can see me. And again, you can see my spine. So I'm going to turn the book around. I'm going to make sure I'm on the center of it for safety. I'm going to extend my legs. Now again, I need to bend my knees because my hamstrings are normally quite tight, and that's absolutely fine. If you can straighten the legs, it's entirely up to you. Curl the toes in towards you. Keep the chest lifted and the lower back lengthening. So we're going to inhale your arms up, soften the shoulders, and we're going to exhale. You can just gently lean forward. It doesn't matter if you hold on to your shins, if you hold on to your knees, or if you hold on to your toes. You just go where you feel comfortable. And you can kind of rock your hips a little bit here, maybe if it feels good, or just hold still and focus on lifting. Keep looking forward and just breathe into this. So you will feel this through the back of the legs here. It's a really good one to do if you do a lot of walking or cycling, perhaps, just to kind of give them a little bit of a stretch out. And then you're going to safely release and sit nice and tall. Just at the same time, just move the ankles here a little bit, clockwise, anti-clockwise, and just wriggle the toes. Sometimes it's good just to move the smaller joints so you get the circulation flowing there. So do a little bit of a ankle clockwise, anti-clockwise movement as well for mobility. And then release. Fantastic. All right, so we're going to come off the book now. As I said, it is an option, but I find it beneficial for myself. And now I'm going to demonstrate some stretches lying down. All right, so I'm just going to move away so you can still see me. Now, I'm going to use this as a pillow. It helps me just to allow my neck to drop a little bit. You don't have to use a towel. You could also use the book and just rest your head on the book, and it allows the chin to drop rather than hyperextending the neck. So you might just want to play around with that a little bit. But for now, we're going to sit up with the knees bent. And you can do these ones in bed as well. When you wake up in the morning, if you feel a little bit stiff, it's quite a nice couple to do. So it's your choice, obviously. You're going to roll down slowly. So try not to just kind of fall down. Just take your time and roll down. You might want to take one arm down and then the other. And then just shuffle down so your head is resting comfortably on the floor. Now from here, gently keep the left knee bent, take hold of the right leg, and just draw it in here. And if it feels good, you can just do a little bit of a hip roll in and out here, just side to side, just loosening up the hip joint a little bit. Clockwise, and then maybe anti-clockwise, just to loosen up through the hip. Place that foot down and repeat on the other leg. Lift, hold around the front, or you can hold around the back if it feels safe for you. Draw it in, and then just do a little bit of a hip roll here. Just nice and easy, clockwise, and then anti-clockwise, just to keep the pace nice and safe. Relax the shoulders and release. Readjust lower back if you need to. This time round, bend both knees in, hug your knees into your chest. Just rock side to side here a little bit. If it feels uncomfortable holding on around the front, you can hold around the back. So we're giving your lower back and your glutes a good stretch out here, just to let everything loosen up. Or hold still, move the ankles again if it feels safe for you, just kind of get some movement around the smaller joints. And then release. Now from here, place the feet down, keeping the abdominals tight, arms to the side. You're just going to let the knees drop side, lift to side. So this is just a nice way of getting some movement through the upper body. It doesn't matter if the knees don't quite hit the floor or the bed if you're on the bed. Just kind of get some movement through the spine, keeping the shoulders relaxed, breathing through it. No tension around the face. Last two and last one. And then from here, extend the right leg forward, lift the left leg up. Option two, you might want to keep the right leg bent. That's up to you. Take hold around the back of the thigh the right leg, and then just draw it in slowly towards you. So you start to feel a stretch through the back of the thigh. And again, breathe into the stretch. Never ever hold your breath. You can move the ankle again here a little bit. And then slowly bend that knee, place it down. Repeat on the other leg, lift it up, soft knee, draw in, hold. A couple of gentle breaths in and out, moving the ankle again if it serves you to do that. It helps a little bit. And then slowly and gently bend the knee, place it down. Now, in your own time, I'd like you to roll to your side and just come up to a side position. We're going to roll onto our stomachs now. We're going to stretch out the front of our legs. So this is a nice one to do lying down if you have tightness through the front of the hips here, all right? So again, you're going to lie on your stomach. You can make pretend you're on the beach here first. Those days will be coming back. And then from here, bend the knee, draw it in. Now, this might be enough for you, and this is absolutely fine. Just let the leg hang there and just focus on drawing the heel in towards your buttock. If it's safe for you, you can take the arm and you can hold onto the ankle and draw the heel in. You just relax the upper body and look forward. Feel the front of the thigh stretching, holding it for 3, drawing it in for 2, breathing in for 1. And then slowly release the leg down. Have a little break. Toes and heels touch, heels flop open. Rock your hips side to side here a little bit. Same on the other side. Bend the knee in. Remain here if it feels safe for you and let the heel just drop down towards the buttock. If it feels safe, take hold around the ankle and draw in. Relax the shoulders and just hold that. Feel the front of the thigh opening out. And then gently release. Toes touch, heels flop open, have a little break. And from here, very carefully, using arm strength, just roll to your side and sitting up slowly. Just take a few seconds here just to let the blood go down to the lower parts of the body. And again, you can sit like this if it feels more comfortable for you, or you can sit cross-legged. It's up to you. So that was just a few floor-based stretches that you could do anything from 3 to 5 times a week. As I said before, preferably when the body is a little bit warmer. So perhaps more towards late morning or mid-afternoon or even evening time when joints are more open, muscles have been moving around a little bit. And this shouldn't take you more than around, if you repeat them sort of maybe 2 to 3 times, in terms of, for example, the one we did at the beginning, cat-cow stretch, maybe do sort of 5 to 6 repetitions of that. With the hamstring stretch, we were lying on our back and the leg was lifting in towards us. Do 2 sets on each leg. So each time you do the stretches, just consciously think how much further you can go into them. And don't go for gold in the first week, month, 6 weeks, 6 months. Just go easy on the body. Just let it open up in its own time and space. And obviously, again, if you have any injuries, anything like that, think about the modifications. Have an extra bit of padding for knees or for wrists. And you have a couple of things like the book here as well. So you can sit on the book, which helps you to then lengthen up from the lower back and keep the shoulders relaxed. And remember, the most important thing to do when you're breathing is to focus on your breath. Never ever hold your breath in stretches because it creates tension and your body won't go anywhere when there's tension. So just bear that in mind. And I hope that was useful. That took us about 20 minutes, maybe slightly over. And I will be doing another stretching mobility session with some chair-based stretches and some other bits and bobs thrown in. So, but do keep the comments coming in the comments section. Let me know what you want to see more of, less of, or just anything, any other ideas that you have for class sessions, whether they be for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Keep the comments coming. Yeah, let me know how you're finding them. And yes, on that note, I hope everyone stays safe and well. Please look after yourselves during this time. We'll get through it. We'll be back in the club soon. I'm staying positive, and I hope you are too. And I will see you soon. Please enjoy the video. And again, you can do it as much as you like, but do look after yourself and see you soon. Take care. Bye, everyone. Thank you.